Testing 1 2. 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 Doing well. How are you? I'm really not sure on the layout, but wherever you get comfortable, I think you should be okay. Yeah. Testing 1 2 1 2. Take it up a little bit here. Testing 1 2. There we go. Let's cue that out here. Where are you at? Testing 1 2. 1 2. 1 2. There she is. I told you, John. I told you. Testing 1 2. 1 2. Testing 1 2.
Well, it does look that way for a little while because the rabbi who's with us tonight is running very late. Honestly, the risers thing is John's thing. Like, I don't like it. Okay. I really don't. It's not inclusive. It's like it puts us in a different level than everybody else, and like that's exactly what I'm not going for.
Right. That's not what I want.
Yeah.
Okay.
So tonight. I'm not.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was just letting you know, I guess, I was going off of like what John typically wants for this. I'm like, no,
I see why you don't want it.
yeah. It's separate. The whole point is to not be separate.
Well, in case anybody didn't notice, there's a couple cones here, just so nobody hurts themselves. Just one or two.
I barely noticed.
Yeah, you know, it's just, LEPD is looking for their cone.
Where's the drum?
You'll be here in a second.
Yeah. Oh, I just lost my guitar pick. That's a bummer. I'm impressed you got the sound going on in here. Oh, you set up a PA.
Well, it's the same thing from like what's new usually everything up front.
Yeah.
My holy days, like I had like an overflow.
Yeah, right.
So I just have the same area like shut off. We'll see what happens when I start playing. We'll see how brilliant it was.
Check. When you're lost in the rain in Juarez and it's Easter time too, and your gravity fails and negativity don't pull you through, don't put on any airs when you're down on Rue Morgue Avenue. They got some hungry women there, they really make a mess out of you.
Sounds good. glad you mentioned that, Joe, because I do want to show you this Matov real quick. All you need to know is it starts slow and just gets faster and faster and faster.
Without stop, oh my God, it's just gonna drag.
Yeah.
Like at each verse or
No
chorus.
verses, you'll see.
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבטחים גם יחד. 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 Yeah. Thanks.
You know, I have a great sheet.
Drumming spot, yes.
If you don't want anti-rhythm, yeah, it'll be good. Cool.
Thank you. Everything else, you'll be able to jump in with some of this stuff. James, I'm having to sing a little louder than I want to. Yeah. What can we do about that? How's the balance, I guess? Right. You're not putting him in the house, though, right? Or you are? Can you?
I think you got
For the broadcast, yes. But not in the house. Well, in here it's fine. Hello, ladies.
Absolutely.
How was your week? Peachy keen. Hello, Melissa. The djembe? Congrats.
You got a djembe? Nice. Did you get a Remo one or did you get a traditional one? Well, is it like this? Like wood? Yeah. You know if it's a Remo. The Remo are the ones that are the ones that I always bring that are they're really colorful and like synthetic. Oh, yeah. This is from Mali. This drum. Oh, nice. Beautiful. It's called the drum skull drum. They're beautiful drums. $1,500 now, $2,000 or something. It's crazy.
Wow.
I got this from a woman on Craigslist for like $150. She goes, look, I know it's worth a lot. I'm moving to Hawaii. I need did it some skin. Yeah, she got rid of it. No, I think I paid her 300 for the drum, and then I had to put a drum head on for 150 because you have to do that from time to time. And if you ever need to change it, I recommend going to Motherland Music. It's a schlep. It's down by kind of like Culver City, where the rabbi's coming from. But they do great work.
They're coming from somebody.
Oh, so Joel, would you like me to sit there, or is this going to be okay? Okay.
I can't loose this. I just want to lower this for Rebecca. Thank you. Team effort. I loosened it for you.
And I gave it the Vulcan mind melt.
That's right. My daughter did it this morning. I was like, how did you do that? I can't do it.
It's like,
You know, that's actually a Jewish thing.
is it?
Yeah, Leonard Nimoy got it. The high priest in the temple in Jerusalem, thousands of years ago, would do that to give the blessings of communion. That's great. That's where he got it. But
Sorry.
I can't do it. Yeah.
Can I give this to you?
Yes.
Because I don't know when the rabbi represented here, and I'm not going to want him to explain
I know.
them,
It's
so-
fine.
And I don't know if John agreed with them.
I did.
Oh, okay. So,
Doesn't mean it'll go as planned, but no. Yeah, I always wonder why this is stuff this close here. And it just confuses me.
Okay, I'm warmed up. You're grounded now.
My daughters are both sick. Naira has been sick for 3 or 4 days. She's starting to feel better. Shoshi came down with her this morning, and I had to go back to school to pick her up. And she's got a fever and throwing up. So, yeah, that's why she's at mom's. Her entire household is sick. The boys are sick. I'm sure. Well, the 1-year-old goes to I'm sorry, not the 1-year-old, the 3-year-old goes to school. I'm actually going to pick up my ear after services. Because I haven't seen her. I've actually hardly seen her in like a week and a half. Because last weekend she had a sleepover and all this other stuff. And then this week she's been sick and staying at mom's. So I'm like, you know what? Yeah, but she's on the meds. So. Yeah, there's that. Yeah, because Joshi was with me for like 3 days because my ear was with mom. So now we're switching. It's like, okay, you take care of Joshi, I'll hang out. I don't know. I hope she'll be okay by then, but I think that's the only forum school rehearsal before Friday, right? Yeah, I'm not worried about Hebrew school. She can miss. Oh, yeah? Why? You weren't dramatic enough? connected with the character. I'm just picturing you like doing method acting, immersing yourself in Vashti all week long. Oh, I know. And you're like, I'm keeping this crown. Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is my part. I've studied. Well, when kids are involved, change. Some water.
was kind of, or adults actually, it was all adults, all grown-ups. The two drum circles, 40 people each. Yeah, it was for them. They're all in their costumes and stuff. Yeah. And some of the people are, they, quite elderly to younger adults and stuff. But it's great. Oh yeah.
What is that?
Yeah. Well, you play it with your hands. I mean, it's better with the hands. It's the big kind of half dome drum. They're beautiful. It's basically kind of a pentatonic scale. In the drum. Not the Peter Gabriel song, yeah. Yeah, the original ones are made in Switzerland. And they stopped making them. But they used to be, you could get them for $3,000 and they're handmade. And now you can get for $20,000 if you can find one. There's a lot of imitation. They figured it out how to design it and make it. Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah. You can't hit a wrong note because of the scale. Yeah, yeah. It's like, I use these tone chimes sometimes, and it's only the black keys on the piano, which is just a pentatonic scale. And they're compatible anywhere. But if you mix in one of the white notes, it gets all suddenly sour. It's kind of you might say an Asian type of scale. The black keys on the piano. The hung drums are a lot the same, or they'll make different scales of that. So you just have to find the right. It's percussive and tonal at the same time. So it's like. Now, weren't you the ones that needed solar and backup battery? Yes, but we You do? Okay. Don't buy it because it just, you're LADWP, right? Or Edison. Oh, yeah, definitely not going to buy it because it's too expensive. But we're introducing it. We have the Tesla battery, but then we're introducing the Franklin battery, which is a little higher capacity on Monday. So you put it on, you pay for the energy you use, it's going to back up. Boy, so I live in Santa Paula, and some parts of Santa Paula, because of the Palisades fire, were out for 4 days. And that's a fire that was, 65 miles away. I grew up in the Palisades for 5 years. And all my community is gone, all my friends, families, and my sister-in-law's house, and mom's house in Malibu, gone. It was tragic. It was just terrible. So the Edison rates are going to go up like crazy because the Eaton fire, 9,400 homes were destroyed in the Altadena fire. That's multi-billion dollars of damage, or, hundreds of millions or whatever. But yeah, so there's a law that they're allowed to pass on. Gavin Newsom passed this law in 18 after the big fire up in Northern California, the Paradise Fire, because PG&E was bankrupt by in the tune of $18 billion, and we're still bailing them out. This is 2018. So he passed a law saying that Edison, PG&E, San Diego Gas and Electric can pass on the cost of the electrical, any fines, judgments, lawsuits. And Edison they already went up twice this year. They went up on January 1st and March 1st. They're going up 23% this year, 7%, 8%, 7%, so 45% increase over the next 4 years. But this is not including the fires. It's good to have a backup battery, especially if it's not such a big problem in LADWP, but Edison, it's a problem. Because they will shut you out. As much as that, they should have shut the power off to Altadena when the fire came out, and they didn't. They blew it. So yeah, call me sometime or text me. So you get my emails on there too, or whatever. What?
One more time, a little faster. Shabbat Shalom. Nice to see all of you here this evening. We've got John Locke on percussion joining me up here. Rabbi Rebecca Chess is our guest rabbi tonight. They are running late. They're stuck in traffic, unfortunately. So hopefully they will be here very soon. And in the meantime, I'm your rabbi cantor for a few minutes, I guess. You guys can help me out by just singing louder. And we're going to start with Ahina Matov, which can be found on, actually I don't have a page number, but you guys all know the words to Ahina Matov, I think, yeah. So this is actually a melody that I wrote, and I think some of you have heard this before. It just repeats the words over and over and over like a chant. Okay, and it starts slowly and it goes faster and faster. Try it with me. It starts slow. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevetachim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevetachim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevetachim gam yachad. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שבטחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שבטחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים, one last time, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים, עולדונים גם יחד. How good it is to be together on this Shabbat. It's a small group, but mighty, I can tell already. At this point in the service, there was going to be a Hasidic tale, but I'm going to skip that because I have none for you. So, we'll have it later. Please turn to page 131 for Shiru Ladonai. Shiru Ladonai speaks of singing a new song to God. Obviously, Shabbat is about renewal. We leave the week behind us, and we enter a holy space of Shabbat, and it's a time to renew our souls and say goodbye to whatever came before, moving on to something beautiful. And also, Shira and I talks about, in fact, why don't we read together so we know what we're singing here. Let's read on page 130 in the English where it says, "Come, let us sing." Let's read that together. "Come, let us sing joyously to Adonai. Raise a shout for our rock and deliverer. Let us come into God's presence with praise. Let us raise a shout for God in song. For Adonai is a great God, great ruler of all divine beings." We're on page 131. שירו לאדוני, שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני, כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני, ברכו שמו, בסרו מיום ליום, ישועתו, ספרו בגויים, כבודו, בכל העמים, נפלאותיו. כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. יא אלי כי כל אלוהי עמים אלילים, ואדוני שמיים עשה עוד והדר לפניו, עוז ותפארת במקדשו. יא אללה ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ, ירם הים ומלוא יעלו שדי וכל אשר בו. יא אלי אז ירננו כל הצייר לפני אדוני, כי בא ישפוט הארץ, ישפוט הבל בצדק, ועמים באמונתו. Lie, 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 lie. Let's hear you guys. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Ya lie, la lie, lie. Ya lie, la lie, lie. Ya lie, la lie, lie. Ya la lie, ya la lie. Sing to Adonai a new song. Sing to Adonai all the earth. Sing to Adonai, bless God's name. Proclaim God's victory day after day. We continue on page 138. Actually, you know what? I'm going to lead you guys in a meditation. That's what's supposed to happen right now. I wasn't going to do it, but I'll do it. Why not? Okay. So put down your books for a minute. I'll have to hold my guitar, I guess. Close your eyes. Feel your feet on the ground. Just let out a breath. Just notice your breath, whether you're inhaling or exhaling. Doesn't matter. There's nothing you have to do. Just notice what your body's already doing. And just arrive here. Keep feeling your feet on the ground. Notice your inhale and your exhale. And see if you can slow those down just a little bit. Longer breaths in, longer breaths out. Long breath in. Long breath out. And this time when you breathe in, when you get to the top of your breath, just hold your breath for a couple of seconds before you let it out slowly. One more time, deep breath in, hold it, and let it out slowly. And just allow your breath to continue naturally the way it's going. You don't have to change anything. But notice your breath. And notice the rise and fall of your belly as you breathe. Again, you don't have to change or do anything. Just let your body breathe itself. And now I want you to imagine that there is a column running from the top of your head straight down the middle of your torso down into the earth. Just imagine a column running from the top of your head straight down into the earth. And if you can imagine it, imagine this column going all the way to the center of the earth. And with your feet and this column, you are plugging in to the center of the earth. So now imagine your feet also extending all the way down to the center of the earth, along with this column that goes from the top of your head down through your body into the earth. And now, as you continue breathing, just as you are, imagine you are drawing your breath directly from the center of the earth to the top of your head. The air is coming from the center of the earth up through that column, through your body, into the top of your head. You're drawing breath from the center of the earth. And as you breathe, you can hold that at the top of your head. Hold your breath and then let it out slowly in all directions around you. So the breath is emanating from your entire being as you exhale. I'll say that again. You're drawing breath from the center of the earth slowly to the top of your head. Hold it there for a couple of seconds and then exhale and let it emanate in all directions. One more breath from the center of the earth. Hold it at the top of your head. And exhale and let it emanate in all directions, 360 degrees from your body. And now, I want you to think of one thing that you wish for yourself or for a person in your life or for the entire planet. Something good that you wish. And we're going to take one last breath. Draw it from the center of the earth up to the top of our head and hold it. And this time when you exhale, send that breath out to the person you're thinking of or the people or the planet. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back to the room for Shabbat.
Rabbi Rebecca Chess is here. They have braved LA traffic and made it. We're glad you're here. We are continuing on page 138 with Lecha Dodi. Lecha Dodi is a poem that was written by a mystic in Tzfat in the late 1500s, I believe. Does that sound right? Shlomo Alkabetz, I believe was his name. Yeah, I got it right. 16th century. Okay. That was close. I think that was right. I was right, yeah. 16th century is the late 1500s, yeah. Any words about Lecha Dodi? Can we start?
No, just I always like to mention.
You can speak into it.
Sorry, I always like to mention the. Is it on?
It might have to turn it on. Oh, it should be on. James, this mic is not on.
It's not on. Well, I can use my theater voice.
Yeah.
I always like to mention the Shabbat bride. She brings along with her an extra soul. And I think especially as we sit in the round, as we bring in Shabbat in a little bit of a different way than we usually do, and kind of bring in the spiritual elements and really heighten that feeling on Shabbat. And so that's all I have about Lecha Dodi is kind of pay attention to those moments of welcoming her in and how maybe that feels for you. And it is kind of cool that for one day of the week we get an extra soul. And what does that mean for you?
Lecha Dodi Likra Kala B'nei Shabbat Nekabela Shamor v'zachor B'dibur echad Ishmianu אל המיוחד אדוני אחד ושמו אחד לשם ותפארת ולתהילה לך דודי. We're on 138. לקרא כלה בני שבת נקבלה לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה כי היא מקור הברכה מראש מקדם נסוך הסוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני Shabbat nekabel. We're in verse 5. Itoreri, itoreri, kivaore, kumiori, uri, uri, shidaberi kevod Adonai, alaik nigla lecha dodi. Please rise if you're able, face the entranceway as we welcome the Shabbat bride. Boi v'shalom ateret ba'ala gam besimcha ובצוהלה תוך אמוני עם סגולה בואי חלה לך דודי לי ככלה בני שבת נקבלה.
Do you have a story for us,
I
Rabbi?
do. I have a few. So the focus of some of the here, let me get comfy. Of the stories that I chose to share tonight are about cultivating joy or seeing joy in our world. I felt like, it's been a intense few months, and we have this special moment to kind of slow down and meditate and be together in this reflective place. And why not think about how, bring in some joy in that. Lots of Shabbat is about, it's a celebration every week, and we can forget how that, does exist as a celebration and a festival. So let's see what some of these Hasids had to say about joy, which is a major theme of Hasidism, which is, the dancing and the singing. And here we are. So, in a small village, there lived a group of Hasidim who were known for their devotion and joyous service to God. Despite living under oppressive circumstances, they never lost their faith or their ability to find joy in their connection with the divine. One particularly challenging winter, the village faced severe hardships. The small synagogue where the villagers gathered to pray and study was barely heated. Yet the Hasidim continued their practices undeterred by the cold. One night, the lamp that lit their gathering ran out of oil, plunging the room into darkness. Instead of despair, one of the Hasidim began to clap his hands and sing, and soon the others joined in, dancing and singing in the pitch-black room. Their joy was so infectious that even those who had been disheartened felt their spirits lifted. This night became a powerful reminder for the community that the light they sought was not dependent on external conditions, but could always be found within their hearts and souls, especially when they come together in unity and in joy. And I think that takes us to Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem. Yes, please turn to page 142.
As we sing about the angels. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharet, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem leshalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni leshalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Serchem leshalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
time to light our candles. I would like to invite anyone who has been a president of this congregation. Sandy and Carol. Oops. Take two. La 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 la. Rai 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 rai. Ya la rai 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 rai. Rai 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 rai. Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, b'mitzvotav. V'tzivanu, v'tzivanu, lehadlik ner. V'tzivanu, v'tzivanu, lehadlik ner. V'tzivanu, v'tzivanu, lehadlik ner. Shel Shabbat. Thank you, Sandy and Carol, for lighting our Shabbat candles. Please rise if you are able. We're doing the Baruch Hu, found on page 146. And turn towards the east. Lai 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 la la lai 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 la 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 lai lai la la lai 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 lai. Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Please stay standing for the Shema. We're going to do the Shema a little differently tonight than we usually do. We're going to take one entire breath for every word, okay? So the idea is to get really present and just be in the moment as we say the Shema. Shema Israel Adonai Eloheinu
מלכותו לעולם ועד. You may be seated. Please turn to page 154 as we recite the Ve'ahavta. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ושוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. We continue with Micha Mocha, found on page 158. You want to say anything about Micha Mocha?
Well, continuing with our theme of joy, I mean, I'm a rabbi, I always got something to say, right? But continuing with that theme, I think this is a perfect song. We kind of take ourselves into this moment of Miriam dancing, and we've crossed the sea, and we remember that every single week, and we rejoice, and we call upon God to, help us feel that joy.
Page 158. Ya la 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 la, 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 la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Lai la 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 mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh nora tehilot osef elei ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 malchutecha ra'u vanecha bokei hayam lifnei Moshe uMiriam zeli anu ve'amru Adonai imloch leolam va'ed. Lai la 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 la. Lai la 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 la. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh nora tehilot. Osifele, la 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 la, la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la, ya ra 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 ra, la 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 ra ra ra, ya ra 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 ra. We continue with Veshamru, found on page 162. Veshamru ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש לי רי 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 yai rai 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 ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש
Got it. All right. We are now going to turn our hearts and minds to those who are in need of healing, which we will say the Misha Berach, which is on page 371. And I will read the names I have on my list, and I will, if there are any additional names you'd like to add, as my hand and eyes meet yours, please feel free to include them in our space. So this evening we're thinking about Amy Couture, Bruce Newman, Denise Fontaine, Erwin Ames, Lisa Sage, Louis Peleo, Lynn Newman, Mark Jeff, Micah Enberg, Caleb Meshnick, Lee Stern, Edith Blum, Milo Mandel, Neil Mitchell, Rabbi Stanley Davids, Steve Lincoln, Susan Vedel, Yoni Arusi, Charlotte Cohen, Annette Diamond, Ruth Greenbaum, Hank Laufenberg, Robert Parks, and please add anyone else you're thinking of. We also are thinking of those in Israel, those affected by acts of terrorism, anti-Semitism, and bigotry, those caught in natural and unnatural disasters, those healing from all too frequent gun violence, those affected by cuts in the USAID budget, and all those caring for the ill. And again, you can find Misha Berach on page 371. I should get there too, I think. Misha Berach, Avotenu ve'imotenu, Avraham, Yitzchak ve'Yakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel ve'Leah, Hu yivarech et hacholim shelanu, May the ones who blessed our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal those who are ill. May the blessed Holy One be fulfilled with compassion for their health to be restored and their strength to be revived. May God swiftly send them to a complete renewal of body and spirit, and let us say,
Amen.
Amen.
Please join me in the singing of Mishabera. Misheberach avotenu mekor haveracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. The Amidah can be found on page 164. Please rise if you are able. We will only be doing the Adonai Sfatai portion and then continuing silently so you can do a silent prayer. Ananananananana Adonai, Anananananana Sfatai Tiftach, Anananananana Ufi Agid, Ufi Agid Tehilatecha. Anananananana Adonai, Anananananana Sfatai Tiftach, Anananananana Ufi Agid, Ufi Agid Tehilatecha. Anananananana Adonai, Ananananana Sfatai Tiftach, Anananananana Ufi Agid, Ufi Agid Tehilatecha. We continue with silent prayer.
וזמרת ים ויהי לי ישועה עוזי וזמרת ים ויהי לי ישועה עוזי וזמרת ים ויהי לי לישועה עוזי וזמרת ים ויהי לי לישועה עוזי וזמרת ים ויהי לי לישועה עוזי וזמרת ים וזמרת ים ויהי לי לישועה לישועה עוזי וזמרת ים עוזי וזמרת ים ויהי לי לישועה עוזי וזמרת ים ויהי לי לישועה. One last time, עוזי עוזי וזמרת ים ויהי לי לישועה עוזי וזמרת ים ויהי לי לישועה.
Okay. So we are also in the month of Adar. As we know, Purim is next week. Exciting. And in the Talmud, it says that when Adar arrives, we increase joy. But what does that mean? Where does that come from? In the Talmud, in the Gemara, it teaches that it's actually part of a different teaching, which is about when we enter Av, the month where we honor the destruction of the temple, we decrease rejoicing. And so this story is kind of tragic about the destruction of the Beit HaMikdash and of young Kohanim going up to the roof of the burning temple and throwing keys up to God in heaven before falling into the flames to perish. So some people wonder that maybe the rabbis added in that we increase joy in the month of Adar as kind of a like, that was really heavy, what that story we just told. But don't worry, we decrease joy in Av, but we increase joy in Adar. And I think that there's something really interesting about this idea that we're not necessarily, it's not commandment in the way, a commandment is, but we are told that we should increase our joy. And the kind of having control or an obligation to feel something is a very interesting, kind of makes me think. What does it mean that the rabbis want us to feel? How do we feel a certain feeling at a certain time? That just doesn't really seem like what humans do. And so I think, though, that the point is to kind of go along with the themes of Purim, which are about resilience and about kind of our faith, and despite the challenges, despite fear, despite genocide, we remain resilient, we remain celebratory, we have reasons to rejoice. And so I think that that comparison between Av being sorrowful and Adar being joyful is, I don't know, I think that it goes well with, I think, a value that we all share, which is that we need to kind of be there for one another. We can use each other to build ourselves back up. And I think that sometimes with the feelings of joy, or aside from the obligation to feel joy, but like, what does that mean? How do we do that? Especially when we've been facing such heavy moments, and many of us are rebuilding our lives, rebuilding homes. We're dealing with political unrest. We've got an ongoing war in Israel. Like, these things weigh on us every single day. And so how do then it can also feel wrong. You know, people are going through so much pain. How could I be enjoying myself right now? I think these are big questions that we ask ourselves. And so I think that this evening and the Hasidic stories of really kind of simple moments that demonstrate people's and the Jewish people's ability to rise up, to find light, to be together, to, you know, celebrate even though things are really hard, is something I just wanted to share this week, and especially leading into next week with Purim, that, you know, it's okay. We can be happy. We deserve to have a little fun, even if everything else is kind of crappy. So we're allowed to have these little moments. So as we kind of move into the rest of our Shabbat, I think I just ask you to spend some time to reflect on how you do that. What are the things that you love that genuinely make you happy? And is there a moment you can carve out maybe later tonight or tomorrow to do that thing? So Shabbat Shalom. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Rebecca.
We have announcements, I believe, now.
We have announcements.
I kind of shoved them in there, sorry.
No, it's okay. We have no board members here tonight, so I will do the announcements. If I can find them. Is this, oh, here they are. Okay. First of all, I don't know if you all know, but Rabbi John is on vacation for the next several weeks. He has earned it, and
You take
he's away. All right, Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Rabbi Rebecca Chess, and myself, for tonight's beautiful service in the round.
We really hedged our bets there.
Also, thank you to our accompanist, John Locke. And last but not least, thank you, James, for running sound. Where's James?
I don't know.
He's behind the curtain. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I also want to give a shout out to Jess back there, who is holding down the fort, and Clifford too, who's trying to hide in the corner, but you can't escape, Clifford. All right, a few quick announcements. Our Purim community celebration is next Friday, March 14th. Services and Purim spiel start at 5:30. 5:30, followed by dinner and games and fun. Please go on to our website to sign up. Save the date for our gala, or gala as some of you say it. Saturday, April 26th. We will be honoring Dan Roman and Joe and Ira Karnofsky for their dedication and service to Kol Tikva. It should be a special night. It will be a special night. Details are on our website. Buy your tickets today. They are selling fast. Tonight's tzedakah will go to the Guide Dogs of America in honor of Jewish Disability Awareness. Awareness, Acceptance, and Inclusion Month. I think that was last month, but we're continuing it into March. Thank you to everyone who previously donated Judaica for the Jewish Women International. We are still collecting Judaica until Purim for the Jewish Federation of Los Angeles, who will donate to the wildfire victims. If you are new to Kol Tikva, I'm not sure anyone here is new, but we welcome you. nonetheless, whether you're new or not, we welcome you. Thank you for joining us. Please be safe and vigilant. Remember to take care of yourselves and each other. Shabbat Shalom.
Beautiful. Shabbat Shalom.
Would you like to bring us into the Kaddish?
Yes. Kaddish can be found on page 598. I can't tell if it's on or not. Okay, and I'm just not using it properly. I'm being mic shy. Okay. Can be found on page 598. And once again, I have a few people to share on a list, but if there's anybody that you're thinking of, you're holding close to you, honoring a yurt site, or are in Shloshim, or just somebody who's been particularly on your mind, please feel free when I draw my hand across the room to offer their name. Tonight we're thinking about Harvey Fishman, remembered by Irwin and Florence Ames, Charles Sulliva, thank you, remembered by Irwin and Florence Ames, Jake Nazarian, remembered by the Nazarian and Siwak families, the hostages Oded Lipschitz, Ohad Halomi, Yitzhak Elgarat, Shlomo Mansour, Tzachi Idan, and Shiri Ariel and Kafir Bibas, remembered by the Jewish community. Sheila Willett, remembered by the Willett and Shapiro families. Rabbi Micah Ellinson, remembered by the Jewish community. Michael Elkins, remembered by the Decker family. Morris Avlas, remembered by the Avlas family. We also hold in our prayers the hostages and soldiers who we have lost in the current Mideast conflict, those taken by gun violence, those who have passed due to floods, fires, and other natural and unnatural disasters, those who died due to lack of vaccination, and those who have no one but us to say Kaddish for them. And we also add. Anyone else? Okay. Oh. No. I know I have it written down. There we go. We ask that if you're in your first week of mourning to please rise now. And if anybody is in Shloshim, you may rise now. And anybody honoring a yort site this evening, please rise. Or in your first year of mourning. And now we can all rise.
We are on page 598.
Yikadal v'yikadash shemei rabba, be'alma divrach yirteh v'amlich malchuteh, v'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'gala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shema rabba mevarach le'olam olmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei dekudsha brichu. La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, dameran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be for a blessing.
You can put your books down.
Yes, we're gonna
Put your arms around one
yes,
another.
conclude our
If you don't know the
service.
person next to you, ask permission first before you put your arms around them. Oseh shalom b'roma, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom b'roma, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom b'roma, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, hey, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. I'm going to invite Rabbi Rebecca to hold the Kiddush cup as our special guest rabbi. You can all raise your imaginary Kiddush cups. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen l'chaim.